Raiders of Blackveil is a game my boyfriend and I have been talking about for months. We played the demo and we couldn't shut up about it. I mean, just look at our past videos.
Our Raiders hype is off the charts. Yes, it's honestly that good.
We're super excited and we think this has the potential to be one of the greats.
For the uninformed, Raiders is an action roguelite that just launched in early access. Think co-op Hades with more methodical combat, Diablo-style loot, and extraction mechanics. I got a key from the devs, but my boyfriend bought it himself. We jumped in expecting to spend next month grinding. Did it live up to our hype? Well, not exactly. Raiders nails the combat. It's the perfect mix of timing and positioning. Sometimes would steamroll enemies like they were made of butter, other times would be on the defensive just trying not to die. Co-op is where the game really shines. I played the healer summoner, while my boyfriend still hasn't grown out of his edge and ninja face and went with a melee damage dealer. He'd keep pestering me for heals, while I relied on his invisibility to revive me whenever I died. Which happened a lot. In my defense, my character has half his health. Definitely not a skill issue. There's also a tank and a ranged spellcaster if that's more your style. Raiders undeniably has a lot of space to work with other people. We weren't glued together, but we weren't playing separate games either. We'd split up a lot, taking groups of enemies on our own, but we'd also group back up when one of us was just about to die, and it just felt natural. The perk system is still one of the best parts. If you've played Hades, it's the exact system as deities and boons. It's not a cheap copy though, and the execution is excellent. Summon an army of minions? Warlocks got you. Poison everything and crit for days? Assassin. Freeze and burn the whole room? Mage. Whatever fantasy you have. You can go priest, monk, druid, or mix everything together. There are duo perks, class stacking bonuses, and ultra rare perks that had us going. If you've seen our other videos, you'll know that my boyfriend is a big sweat. He doesn't like things being too easy. If you're anything like him, we're happy to report that Raiders does not disappoint here. It's challenging without being overwhelming. The highest difficulty has tons of enemies that attack much more frequently. Difficulty isn't just about health and damage here, but definite changes in combat dynamics. One time, he walked into a room, got distracted for half a second, and was instantly vaporized. That said, difficulty is fully customizable. You get to tailor stats and modifiers to your liking, so if you're casual like me and want a more laid-back experience, that's an option. You can just wait until you get good enough gear to comfortably tackle the harder parts. Or do what he does and watch your reckless ass get carried by your girlfriend. Early access has two biomes, Meat Factory and Harvest Operation. We both agree that Meat Factory is awesome. The other one, not so much. We'll get to that later. Meat Factory is compact, readable, and perfectly sized for co-op. Enemy designs are clear, well telegraphed, and varied. Mini bosses even get their own arenas, and one of our best moments was fighting Despair. We felt like a competent team splitting them up and taking them down in clean 1v1s. Raiders also excels in the little things. Like the slot machines in the Meat Factory were a source of both fun and frustration for us. And I'll be honest, I think I have a gambling problem now. My boyfriend insists he doesn't have one, but every time I fail the spin, he'd go for another thinking, okay, now it'll work. It never did. And somehow it was still my fault. Classic gambler's fallacy right there, folks. Don't fall for it.
All in black.
Mystery rooms are great too. Sometimes it's Loot Haven, sometimes it's my gambling demons rearing their head, and other times you get interesting trade-offs like sacrificing health for perks. Then, there's super elite rooms. Not only are the rewards super enticing, the fights are super fun. They have double modifiers like adding heat-seeking daggers or giving enemies lifesteal. Plus, the enemies are much faster and hit harder by default. With all these things in mind, we honestly had fun. But it's not all rainbows and butterflies. Let's talk about the things we have mixed feelings about. Loot is one of Raiders' main hooks. Rare drops feel good and uniques have fun effects, but the system needs work. Upgrading from blue to purple barely feels impactful with how many stats are in the game. We just ended up not caring too much about loot unless they were legendary or mythic.
We're all just trash, waiting to be thrown away. That's all a toy is. Put me down, you idiot!
Drop rates are also rough. In 10 hours, we only saw 3 legendaries. Rare loot being rare is fine, but with the current amount of content, it just doesn't feel justified. You can see almost everything the game has in the first 2 hours, yet it might take 20 to see your first mythic. Then, there's extraction mechanics. When you die, anything not equipped or in your safe pockets is lost, although you do get an opportunity to extract up to 6 items on certain floors. It can feel good to constantly extract loot and then see it all waiting for you back in the base. The problem is that the system doesn't feel fully realized. In most extraction games, you risk losing your best gear, which creates real tension. Here, you're not risking much at all. That's not a deal breaker, but it does make the whole system feel kind of pointless. Meta progression starts strong. You unlock classes, perks, merchants, new stuff in the biomes, and a slew of power-ups. But it fizzles out fast, way faster than most roguelites. Enemy variety is also limited. Each biome has its own set, just enough to not get sick of it. We still enjoyed plenty of them, but not the ones in the second map. Speaking of harvest operation... Okay, here's where we have to be honest. The second map doesn't fit. The colors clash, it's way too big with lots of empty space, and the mechanics they're trying to introduce feel pointless. Electric poles that make fences? Irrelevant. Spike traps? Barely do damage. This big mechanical thingamabob you have to hit to spawn enemies? We still don't know why it exists. The enemies aren't fun either. Burrowing worms that force you to chase them, a mini-boss that's just a bigger worm, and a boss fight that feels underwhelming. It's wildly different from Meat Factory, which could be a good thing, but the design is just not up to par. This isn't the Raiders we fell in love with. And here's the kicker. After hours of grinding, my boyfriend finally got me a legendary robe. I equipped it, took a screenshot, and 10 minutes later, the game crashed. When I logged back in, it was gone. Just gone. And it kept happening. The game doesn't save properly either. You'll extract items, sort them in your vault, log off, and when you come back, they're back at the snail. Or sometimes they've just disappeared entirely. It's heartbreaking. We got kicked out of our last 2 runs, so we just decided to throw in the towel and wait until they fixed all the issues. We were hoping they would have fixed all the issues by the time we were ready to release this video. And they did release several hotfixes before the year ended, but the game is still broken for us. Putting out early access a week before Christmas was just a big mistake. We're sure they had their reasons, but this just isn't working out. There's also other issues like no inventory sorting and being an online-only game, which folks aren't too happy about. They did promise that they're working on offline play for single player though. We'll pin a comment under this video to let you know when they have fixed the issues. The last thing we want to talk about here is the amount of content and variety. Right now, there's just too little to see and experience. The core gameplay is good enough that many people can play for 50 hours or more, but you pretty much see everything in the first few hours. The motivation to play more is either just for the fun of it or to get better gear. It just feels like it's too early for people to hop in right now. All that said, here's our conclusion. Raiders of Blackveil is a game we really wanted to love, and in many ways, we still do. The core is strong, the combat feels great, co-op shines, the perk system is genuinely exciting, and when everything clicks, it's an absolute blast to play together. Meat Factory alone shows just how special this game can be. But in its current early access state, Raiders feels unfinished in ways that are hard to ignore. The second biome is a miss. The extraction and loot systems don't fully justify their own existence yet. Progression runs out too quickly, and the lack of content makes the grind feel longer than it should. On top of that, the technical issues, especially in co-op, completely kill momentum. Getting disconnected mid-run or losing progress just isn't something we can brush off. So, did it live up to our hype? Not yet. Raiders of Blackveil has a strong foundation and real potential, especially for co-op players like us. But right now, it needs more time in the oven. If you're the kind of player who enjoys watching a game grow and can tolerate bugs and rough edges, there's fun to be had here. But if you're looking for a polished, content-rich co-op roguelite experience, we'd honestly recommend waiting. We're not done with Raiders. We're just putting it on hold. This is still something worth keeping your eye on. We'll be back when it's ready. Hopefully, it won't take too long. This video is a bit different from our last two, so please let us know what works and what doesn't. And if there's anything you want to say, just know that we read every comment and try to respond to as many as we can. Oh, and we have a Discord server now, so feel free to drop by. And if you love discovering games and sharing co-op adventures, that's basically what we do here at Go Play Chronicles. Hit subscribe and let's find games worth playing. Until next time, ciao!